This is Thomas Lyons for Raps on TV. We're here, York Hall, Bethnal Green, for the Hellraiser promotion. Fortunate to be joined by the victorious Titan Tashan Dwyer. Firstly, Tashan, privileged to get you on the platform. Firstly, how's things with you?
Yeah, I'm cool, man. I'm cool. Thank you.
Good performance tonight. I mean, to sum up, kind of a largely negative performance from sort of Karim in there, but you stayed composed, patient with your shots. Just talk to me a little bit about your performance.
Yeah, it was alright because he was kind of moving a lot. It was pissing me off because I was kind of just wanted to, but I just said, "That cool." Like, stay on the first thing, just stay on the jab, stay on the jab. If I don't know what to do, stay on the jab. And as soon as he stops moving, and I just thought, obviously, as you know, in boxing, the head moves, but the body doesn't. So if the head is moving, just boom, just get him stopped. And then when the shots came, got a little bit, I threw him on the floor, but I just got a little bit. But I don't normally do that, but yeah. Other than that, yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, so I mean, like, when you're in there, obviously 4 rounds, kind of getting that experience under your belt.
Yes.
How important is it for you to stay kind of composed when you have an opponent that doesn't really kind of bring?
I think it's good because at any point, say like, because your opponent may be negative and they're doing all the stuff, and say just in a moment they just do that and catch you because you're off guard, then sometimes that could just be the fight.
Yeah. You
could be winning the whole thing, and then so I think it's just about staying composed and staying concentrated like 100% of the time. Even if nothing's going on, still like just sticking to the basics. So there's just every fight, everything is just learning, every single thing. So negative and positive, so you can always improve.
And behind every good boxer, there's coaches and a team. Guys, just get you kind of involved. Just talk to me kind of your role within Tashan's kind of career and how you kind of guided him to where he is today.
Mike, do you want to do the amateur coach now?
Yeah. I'm the amateur coach. He's been with me a few years, good few years. I've just been with him, stuck with him, tried to mould him the best I can, and there you go. And that's what you've got now, and onwards and upwards, and transferred over to
yourself.
Yeah.
To take over.
Comfy.
I've been working with Tashan now for probably about a year and a half. He come to me, took
about two.
Yeah, it's been quite a long journey to get here. The good thing with that, we've had loads of time to train.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can see that in his performances, especially with quite like a negative opponent. They can make you look really bad, but he kept his form and done the job. So
yeah, most definitely. I'm looking at the t-shirts, looking at the shorts. Titan, where did the name derive from?
One of my friends, he's outside, but he gave me the name in it. So it's just like, because I'm very stubborn and I kind of just don't know when to quit. It's kind of, it just suits me in it. So, but yeah, it's. For me, it's more than a name. That just kind of represents just, you know, working hard, grinding, and just defying. I keep saying this everything, but defying the odds, because I keep defying the odds, even me being here now. So yeah, man, it's just grinding and just keep working hard.
How important is that work ethic, cementing that when you're going through like the pro ranks, sort of maintaining that level head, but also kind of listening to the advice of your team to progress through the ranks? How important is that for you?
My work ethic is just something that's natural. Like there might be other fighters may be faster, they might be stronger, but I doubt there's much people that work harder than me.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
Yeah, that's. And other than that, yeah, and that's probably my biggest strength is my work ethic. Yeah.
Open up the card tonight, Hellraiser show. York Hall, obviously an iconic venue, most well known for kind of fights over the years. How important is this kind of platform for you to elevate your career, boxing at York Hall in front of a massive crowd?
Yeah, it's the first time I fought here. So in the amateurs, I was always meant to fight here. I don't know. It never ended up happening. I don't know why. And then obviously I've fought here now. So yeah, man. You know what? It's great to actually finally fight here because loads of legends have fought here, all the top prospects. So at least I could say, even if I only fight it once, which is. I'm gonna fight loads of times. But at least I can say I fought in the York Halls, you know what I mean? And then I just keep building my career and just take everything a fight at a time. Yeah. Fight at a time.
Moving forward, I'm presuming title contention's kind of on your mind long term.
Yes.
Where would you kind of see yourself maybe 12, 18 months down the line?
Next year the goal is to go for Southern Area or at least be fighting for an eliminator.
First time.
That's literally, I have nothing. That is the first small goal to the big goal. So that's my aim. So that's why I just take it a fight at a time and keep progressing piece by piece by piece. So as the opponents get better, I'll perform better because for me, people that box more, I tend to fight better personally. because like people that throw weird stuff, you kind of don't know where it's coming from, so you don't have to prepare it. But if you know someone's throwing a jab, you kind of, these are the basics that we learned in it. So because from the beginning I've been taught a very old school way, so everything is just old school, and that's kind of just been imprinted in me. So that's all I know. Like I prefer doing things the old school way. Than nothing wrong with the new stuff that they do, but I just think the old school way, it works. It's hard, but there's results from it. So yeah.
Touching on that, I mean, how kind of important is it to maintain that balance? Obviously, a lot of fighters come to your call, they see the atmosphere, they see the crowd, they see the energy, and they kind of look to thrive off that with their performances. For you tonight, obviously, get the 4 rounds under your belt, maintain that composure throughout, got behind your jab early on, kind of touched up to the body, touched up to the head, and your control of your feet, I mean, was kind of largely impressive looking from ringside. How much of those kind of skills do you have to fine tune while you're in the gym to make sure that you are prepared for when you do step up?
All the time. It's like I said from the beginning, like from when I started boxing, I was always taught about the feet. Just as long as you got your basics and everything set, then you'll be fine. So I think the feet is very important because the hands and the feet work entwined together. If one's not entwined with each other, it won't work. So it'll just be like, you might throw this and your legs are still here. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, like I said, the basics, man, the basics.
I mean, like for fighters that are coming up through the ranks, I mean, within the amateur and pro scene, obviously we kind of haven't got a lot of kind of detail about your amateur background. Would you like to kind of break down?
Yeah, so most of my career I fought for Battersea ABC, so I fought mostly in South London, like for a long, I'm from Northwest London, but I fought in South London for a long time. And then for the last 2 years I went to Islington Boxing Club, where I was there for about 2 seasons, and then and that's when it was either go back to amateurs or turn pro. And I just decided, you know what, man, I believe I can do it. So it's like, as long as you're nurtured correctly, you can get there. So it's just about how you finish. So I'm not really bothered about how you start. Just grind, work hard, just stay on it, and you'll prevail. Yeah,
is the ultimate aim for you to become a world champion? Is that?
Yes, that is the goal. There is nothing less than that. So I'm gonna continue working hard. I know there's a lot of good guys in my division coming up also as well. So as you get past the 6 fight stages, you're gonna start meeting these guys. And I look forward to it, man. I look forward to it. All of it's a journey, man. So good and bad, all of it's a journey.
Finally, Anthony Joshua shocked defeat to Andrew Ruiz, Madison Square Garden. I mean, everyone's talking about it still 2 weeks later. I mean, the heavyweight division at the moment is kind of up in the air. It's kind of a healthiest time, arguably, that it's been for a long while. I just kind of want to get your guys' opinions on that. So what did you make of the fight?
So I suppose it was a shock, first and foremost. Everyone's expecting AJ to put on a good performance and win. I was. Yeah, he was a very good fighter, but I don't think he was rated in the top 10 anywhere.
Wasn't Ruiz rated in the top 10?
I don't think so. But it's heavyweight boxing, anything can happen, right?
Yeah.
And it did.
One punch, all it takes.
Do you know what? It's like in boxing, obviously everyone goes with the way someone's body looks. It doesn't really matter. You can have a flipping 10-pack and be ripped with 4% body fat. It doesn't mean that you can box. You can box well. It just means you're probably really fit and athletic.
Yeah.
In terms of the Joshua and Ruiz, to be honest, Joshua started fighting different from the Povetkin fight. Yeah. No, the Takam fight with the hand like that, and I found it very weird because all the fights like before, if you watch it, his hands were boom, boom off the jab. But then all of a sudden this came up, and this is where you start to see him get caught more. We don't know what's happened. Only Joshua knows at the end of the day, and he's been straight up and honest about it. So he's a fighter, innit? It's a shock defeat, but people lose. Like the greatest of lose are like Salvador Sanchez lost, Sugar Ray Robinson lost, Joe Louis lost. Like there's loads of fighters that lost, all the greats. So
Sanchez never lost.
He didn't, innit? 42 undefeated. Sorry. My bad. Edit that out. I thought it was right. But
we hope it comes back, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is true. Yeah.
I think Tyson Fury is the best. In my opinion, like I like all of them, but I think Tyson Fury, in terms of like as being a heavyweight, like the way he moves for a guy that's 6'9" is ridiculous. It's crazy. And his speed and just he's very diverse in the way he moves and everything else as well. So he's just. I personally think he's the best. Like I think, like obviously, Wilder, Fury, Joshua, even Dylan White. I rate Dylan White high.
He's the most improved heavyweight I think out there.
I think Dylan White's a bad boy. I rate him. I think he's hard. I rate him more because he's worked hard. You can see that each fight he's progress, and he's just gotten better. So
and he's gonna get better.
Yeah. So I think that the heavyweight.
I think Fury's the top guy.
But I think as a technically Fury is he's shit. Someone that big and that can do all them, all of that. Yeah, it's a bit mad still. But yeah.
I think AJ will come back and win though.
The rematch.
I think he'll win, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like in terms of obviously in hindsight, if we just say, for example, Joshua didn't lose, he went on, had his US debut, there was kind of a collision course with the likes of Fury, Wilder, Dillian White down the line. Do you feel like, kind of like you touched on there, Fury's mobility, his ability to kind of move in and out of range and use that upper body lateral movement? Do you think he would have kind of proven himself against those elite caliber?
Yeah, but I think just being able to move like that, what heavyweight moves like that, like because they're 17 stone, they move like that. And when Fury's doing all that, doing all of that, it's like they don't expect someone so big to move that quick. So I definitely think, man, he's a definitely stand out. But I think all of them can beat each other. They have the ability to beat each other. But I think Tyson Fury is technically, he's dope. So that's all it is.
Yeah, Tashan, well done on the performance tonight. Wish you all the best with your future in the sport, and appreciate you getting us on the platform. Do you want to shout out your social media outlets to the fans?
Oh, okay. Titan Boxing 1 is my Instagram. My Snapchat is busy93, so BIZZY 93. What else? Oh, some sponsors, Bitma, Chinese martial arts in Wembley. It's in Wembley, Sudbury, but where I'm from. I want to shout out Chase a Million. They sponsored me this one. These hats and that. So shout out them. T-shirts. Yeah. Cherry Amor, shout her out as well.
Yeah.
Everyone that came out to support me today, obviously the coaches, best friend, all my dog, them. Yeah, that's all it really is, man. I just appreciate everyone that came out for me today, and I'm just thankful. Yeah.
Great to get you on the platform, man. Great on the performance. Thomas Lyons, Raps on TV, Tashan Dwyer. I will be keeping lots on your career. Only locals, so we'll get down to the gym hopefully in the future. Come do some more video.
Yeah. I'm going to Jamaica, so when I come back.
Going for a holiday. Top man.
Cheers, thanks for your time.
Cheers.